going live on YouTube, as well as going live on multiple X accounts. Going live on YouTube, as well as going live on all right, guys, just bear with me just for a little bit here. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Looks like everything is live on every single platform. Live on X, live on YouTube. The streaming is saying something about the streaming is not as clear. So you guys on YouTube, let me know. I see Jay Flicks in the building. The gym picker said no sound yet. Hopefully you can hear me now. Mills first. Yeah, this is the first X Space in 2025. Starting it off. So for the people on X, you are going to be able to see, my screen, at least when I'm showing. Current price right now of Roar is sitting at 0.208473. And I kid you not, right before I got on, I had a normie call me up. And they haven't really been looking at their Roar bag, but they did get Roar during this time of the dip. And they were just so surprised that the price is up, the way that it is. And yeah, so they're asking for me to come over and show them how to buy some more Roar. So this is just, again, prime example of, in my opinion, just word of mouth. They got in just a little taste of Roar, because initially I think they only put in like $266, and now their bag is currently I think it says like close to like 800 or something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, this is all due to the fact that I was like, hey, this is a massive dip. I ain't giving you financial advice, but if you want to invest, this wouldn't be a bad area to be able to invest in. And that's exactly what they did. And now, being the fact that they're seeing real nice results, yeah, for some reason it says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain the stream. So you guys on YouTube, are you guys good over there? Because if not, what I could do is just stop the one on my account on X and still leave the one on the Roaring Kitty account still going. Because if it's telling me that I'm giving out too much, okay, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna end it. So you guys on X that's listening to me now, you guys are good. This is from a different account. So that way we could, I at least want the people on YouTube to be able to see this with no issues. Um, Says where's Jolt? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where Jolt is at. All right, so I just ended one of the streams, so hopefully now this allow the people on YouTube to be able to see clearly what's going on here. I know I'm just like a little bit all over the place right now, but trying to stream multiple places at once. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, legit, right before I got onto this space, I got a phone call from a normie that wants to buy more Roaring Kitty, and now instead of $200, they're looking to try to put like $4,000 or $5,000 into it. And they asked me for my honest opinion, like, where do I think Roaring Kitty's gonna go? And I was like, straight face, I think it's gonna get above $1. And their eyes just, I could tell just like based on the Coco, like they paused for a little bit, and they're like, "Well, how much will 4,000 give me?" I think like 4,000 is like maybe around like 500K at this current price right now. And they did the quick math in their head, and it was like, "Oh wow, at $1, 500K." And that's how I really been approaching Roaring Kitty. Like looking at it at these price and the 0.208473, it's a steal. It's a steal. And this was the same thing that I was saying when we were over here in the 0.201, like right around in the $1.5 million market cap. It was a steal, and anyone who took advantage of it, they're seeing the rewards, the benefit of it right now, of it being a steal. So only thing we have to do as a community, like always, be active, because the landscape of the crypto market changed so drastically that I don't think a lot of people are actually seeing what's happening. Like the days of you just getting into a meme token and you just buy it, there's some that could do numbers without you having to do any effort. But the ones that's really out here changing lives, I should say, is the one that the community is really, really involved. And I look at SPX. I'm going to make a video about this as well, too, because it just goes back to Murad's theory, right? And some of the stuff that he was saying, I was saying for the past 6-7 months. And this is why I believe Roaring Kitty is in a unique position, because what Murad is doing, it's only gonna fuel the idea, the notion, that proof of concept as SPX continue to keep going up. What he's saying about, the community that's the loudest, the community that raised, the community that believes, it end up becoming like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where you start seeing other people really buy into what he's saying. And now when they're going out looking for top meme token, they're going to look for some of the characteristics of what SPX or some of the stuff that Murad is preaching. And we fall right in line to it, because this wasn't a surprise. I mean, we've been in Roar 8 months now. We've seen the ups, we've seen the downs, we've seen the sideways consolidation. And one thing for certain, the common theme, the common message that we've been saying for this, brother, can I buy using Phantom Wallet? Yes, you could actually can. I was actually gonna make a video of that of how to buy it with Phantom. It's actually a lot easier than Coinbase. Um, so yeah, buying on Phantom. Yeah, I looked into the Phantom wallet, and yeah, it is crushing Coinbase wallet, because even like me trying to help some of the normies to buy Roaring Kitty, it was like a whole rigmarole as far as like how much they could buy. Like some of them, they wanted to, from the rip, they wanted to buy like $3,000-4,000 worth of Roar, and with Coinbase, it was like, oh, you got to get verified, you got to get re-verified, and it was just taking forever, and it kind of turned some of the people away. Just how difficult Coinbase really made it, because at first it was easy, especially if you're buying like $500 or below on Coinbase wallet. You just swap as guests, and boom, you're able to get it, like without having to verify your information. But I guess they switched that up just a little bit. But yeah, that's a good question. Phantom, you certainly can. Um, my bad, guys. I'm telling you, I'm like all over the place. So back to what I was saying. I forgot where I left off at. Oh, about Murad. So things that he is saying and what people seeing with SPX, what it's doing, and his message has been consistent. Community, work for your bag. Like, guys, it's the same thing we've been saying. Like, word for word, T for T. Top cryptos to look for. Like some of his messages, as far as top cryptos to look for, the ones that had multiple dips and recovered from the dips. I made a post today as far as like this is the and five of them we surpassed all-time highs, and currently right now we're on the sixth dip, and we're working our way back to the all-time highs to be able to surpass that as well too. So let me get that pulled up so that way you guys can see, and I'll just go over at least five of the dips here so that way you guys can see it here, for the people on YouTube. Yeah, this is it right here, right? So one of the dip, it was 93% down, guys. It topped out, made a top. The next thing you know, it came down 93%, surpassed all-time highs to go all the way up. The next time it dipped after, it went parabolic, it crashed by like 78%, surpassed all-time highs again, and it came back down for another crash of 90%. After that 90% happened, broke all-time highs. Then we had that slow little walk, for like a few months. It went down 63%, just for us to do another break from all-time highs. And now we've seen that 82% drop. And now we're climbing back up from that 82% drop, because right now I think last time I checked, we're somewhere around like 40% away from reaching all-time highs, like 42, 43% away from reaching all-time highs. So it's right within the window of us breaking all-time highs. And once we break all-time highs, as you guys already know, like I already told you guys, the next stop at the minimum is going to be $31 million market cap, which is going to be huge for us, because around that area, really, once you get past $10 million market cap, this is when you really start to get eyeballs on you as a legitimate project. You're outside of that speculative realm, and you tend to see, YouTubers, influencers may start leaning a little bit more over to your crypto, versus you still staying between that range of 1 million to 10 million. It's almost like it's a big speculation. But us getting to a 30 something $1 million market cap, we're going to get a lot of eyeballs onto us because now, and it's crazy like how just the human mind is. You see 30 million market cap automatically in the human mind or the psyche. You automatically think $100 million market cap. You're looking at this token not as a $30 million market cap. You're looking at, okay, this is $100 million market cap. It's coming. Then once you get above 100 million, the first thing that you start thinking as well too, oh, a billion, this is the $1 billion token. So the level of belief, it all ties into the psyche of, with crypto. So this is why I think once we really start getting above these areas of resistance, and again, we got some people that still gets in, get out, get in, get out, get in. It is what it is. It is what it is. But it still doesn't change our jobs as far as a community of what we need to do. So what we need to do, same thing we've been doing, raiding, shilling, being vocal. Because the more vocal we are, because at the end of the day, because there's so many different crypto projects, and this is the reason, the why behind being vocal, or the why behind raiding. There's so many different crypto project that is out. So how is our token going to stand out from the other? Because right now, a lot of the people in the market, they have not caught on to the fact that the market shifted. What worked in 2020 and 2021 is not going to work in 2025. So it's like you got to adapt or you're going to get left behind. And I think the proof right here of us adapting to market condition is very, very evident, because you do not get a chart like this without a community. Like, there's no way, unless if you yourself, have millions of dollars that you constantly just pumping into the chart to being able to manipulate it. But this is all organic growth. From the time we all found Roaring Kitty, it was like what, less than 100 holders from back in the day, and now we're currently sitting up at, like, we 10x, guys. We even did, we did a 10x, over a 10x on holders, and the growth is just going to continue to keep going. Like 2025, it is going to be, I believe, a year of exponential growth for us. Like, all of this right here was a grind. But I think in 2025, like, once we really start getting above, the $10 million market cap, surpassing all-time highs, that's when we're going to really start to see faster growth. Because I looked at all the different charts of when some of these tokens really, really took off, like your Popcat. And again, we're structured like them. Turbo, we're structured like them. When they really started to have that big parabolic move was really after they started surpassing the 10, 20, 30 $million market cap. So we're right around the edge, guys, right there on the edge of really doing something crazy. And again, this is going to fuel more people to come in. When more people come in, that's going to be more volume. More volume is going to get attention of these exchanges. And these exchanges, whenever they start listing Roar, again, they have to go to the open market just to be able to buy it. So it's almost creating another domino effect of just us just going parabolic. And I just can't wait to be able to see that, because anybody who watch my channel, anybody who or watch me on X, right, they all have the opportunity, because this is, like I mentioned, this is not a fast-paced token where you could get in today. I mean, it could anything could happen at any given time, but typically speaking, Roaring Kitty is a token that you hold, for a few months, and you're going to start to see excellent gains. Like, you buying, because a lot of the sellings that I see, like even the person who just sold prior to this, They bought Roar a few hours ago, right? They bought like $3,000 worth, like $3,700 worth of Roar, and they sold right on the same day. And those are the type of wallets that I actually just secretly put those wallet onto my tracking list just to see what they do um, in the next month or the next week or so. And typically, all the wallets that I just follow, once they leave Roar and buy whatever token that they just buy, majority of the time they lose money. and and I'm not talking about like, oh, they bought in and they just hurry up and sold and they just lost, but I'm talking about they're losing massive amount. Even I don't know if you guys been following that dormant wallet, but I have. Remember the last dormant wallet that popped up and sold? They sold like $6,000 after holding for 2 years. I think what they turned I want to say they turned like $50 or something like that into like $6,000 or $7,000. So they took that money and bought this random token. And right now, all they're doing just constantly buying the dip on this token, just hoping for it looks like they're hoping for it to pop up so that way they could get out at break even. But their 6,000 that they got from Roar, I saw it went from 5,000 to 4,000. I need to check it again. It's probably at 3,000 right now, but they're slowly just giving back those gains. And it again, it goes back to what Murad is saying. Like traders are not going to make money. Like you make money on one token, you can make money on another token, but if this is your pattern of flipping from one token to another token, to one token to another token, long term, you're going to end up losing. You're going to end up pissing away those gains. And this is something that I experienced firsthand, seen other people. I even track wallets just for the sake of it, just to see, like, is it still holding true? Over 90% of traders, people who trade, they will lose money long term. So, any questions, comments, concerns, testimonies? Anybody want to come up on the X space? Well Slayer said, when alpha. Man, man, man. I wish the alpha would come today, to be honest with you. Yeah, I definitely wish it would come today. $26. Oh, it's 26. Okay, so they turned $26 into 6,000. So Jay Flick's just correcting me on that. But yeah, like you make money like that, and first thing you want to do is buy the next random token, and it's almost like a confidence thing. It's like a false confidence. You make money, you automatically assume you know what you're doing. But many people, and this is just a little off topic, many people do not track their trade. They don't know their winning percentage. Like many people don't know that. Like if you bought 10 tokens, how many of those tokens like did you make money from? And not only did you make money from, is how many of those did offset for the ones that you lost? Majority of the time, the ones that you even win on, it's not even offsetting what you lost on. Let's shift gears just a little bit since I do have the GameStop stock pulled up. Um, and I continue to double down on this. Um, GameStop narrative is an extremely strong narrative. And I continue to say, like, the people, the investors in GameStop, I always look at them as potential Roaring Kitty holders, because a meme stock and a meme token really not that different. you know, some will argue and try to, put makeup on a pig, and like, well, you actually own the shares of of GameStop. Well, you actually own the shares of Roaring Kitties as well too by being a coin holder. So again, it to me it's not really that different. Meme stock versus the meme token. So they already have that mentality. Okay, it's a meme. So shifting over to crypto, I don't think it's a far-fetched idea because we've seen it happen after GameStop had its parabolic run back in 2021. Then you start seeing an influx of people buying meme coins, such as Doge, such as Shiba Inu. And at that time, those were the only meme tokens that that was really out there. So with that in mind, I figure anything that resembles GameStop, a name like Roaring Kitty, it will attract people over. Now, again, it goes without saying that there's going to be some people that's looking to do a day trade, do a swing trade, but out of those bunches, there are going to be people that's going to look at this for long-term gains. Tax softwares tell me when percentage of your capital gains tax. So okay, so Dusted in Shadows, he got a tax software that lets him know his win rate. So boom. So if more people really start using, some type of tracking system, it would. There's one thing that I just found out, and that actually shifted my mindset just a little bit. And this is just based upon me looking at my strategies. Um, so practically every other week, right? Since we're on the topic of like win rate, since that was just mentioned, every other week, I would I'll look for tokens to just buy, outside of Roar, um, and I'll just buy them. And I've just been noticing just within the last 2 months, practically all the tokens that I bought, even the challenges that I made before in the past, if you just look at it from a long term point, majority of the tokens that you're buying into, they're not going to succeed, because as more and more time goes by, it goes to the simple principle of overhead. Many of these tokens have massive amount of overhead, and they're going to constantly keep selling on you. So with just that piece of data, I was like, you know what? Let me just, and this is why some of you guys heard me when I said I'm building up a separate bag for Roar, and that's what I just been doing. Like, instead of just buying these other random tokens and just trying to, be diverse as possible, I'm like, forget diversity in that sense. Let me go ahead and just buy more Roar. And throughout the last month or so, just me doing that, every single time we see dips like this, I just been buying. But now I'm seeing my capital just off of a separate bag that I'm just building a position in. I'm seeing that go up. And it's just like little simple things, simple nuances like that. Like, but had I not known, like, what am I actually losing, I would have continued to keep doing the same pattern over and over and over and over again until until the bull market ended, and I'm sitting there just playing with my thumb, like, hey, why only my Roaring Kitty bag just exploded and all these other tokens did not? So now for me, it's very hard for me to find another token to be able to buy. And I'm starting to see myself slowly just shifting over to a Roar Maxi in a sense. Because again, it's outperforming every single thing in every single metric that I could think of. But yep. Chris said, love you guys. Let's get a CEX listing soon. See, the thing is with CEX, I mean, just even seeing with Roy Kitty, we don't have, as of right now, if we're going after a paid listings, we would need to be able to keep up with the market making. So, meaning the community would have to come and donate monthly to being able to get to pay market making fees, not only pay the market making fees, but if somehow, and it's happened many times before, where on the exchange we run out of USDT, the tether. If we run out of tether, then the community have to come together to add more, to donate more to it. As of right now, I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but as of right now, I don't think the community would be able to keep up with that maintenance. Now, if you guys think otherwise, hey, let's go for another listing. You know, because at the end of the day, anytime we go for a listing, we do have to collect Roaring Kitty, which is gonna cause buying pressure. You know, where people have to go to the market just to be able to buy this roar to fund onto this exchange. So it is a positive thing. And not only that, whatever roar we get, or I'm sorry, whatever buying pressure we get on the exchange, um, those tokens would have to get replaced. And the way that these tokens get replaced is by coming to the open market, buying it on the open market, and adding some more onto. I mean, there's benefits of being on the centralized exchange, but is like, is everybody going to donate to the cause? You know, and even donate to the cause. Like, let's even talk about the NFTs. Like, the NFTs were supposed to be a way to be able to get us listed on these exchanges. And last time I checked, I think only 58. Let me see. I think only 58 NFTs out of 1,000 have been sold. Yep, only 58. So the first things first, before we, start talking about listing, we should talk about how can we get, the remaining NFTs sold. We get the remaining NFTs sold. Those are funds that's going to automatically come in for us to go for listings. And not only that, some of the funds could be left to the side to be able to cover the market making fees. Because we have over 1,000 holders. So with over 1,000 holders, we should have this NFT automatically minted out, but it's still currently live. And $274. That's the going rate right now, $274. And at one point when Ethereum was down, it was at 100 and what's it, like 190. So yeah, but only 58 is minted. Random Arts, are you speaking under both your and Roaring Kitty? No, I'm what I'm doing is speaking underneath the Roaring Kitty account, and underneath my account, I'm listening to it so that way the audio can go to YouTube. So I kind of just kind of just rigged it a little bit. Old horse, good morning. Jovello, good morning. But yeah, but good questions though. Any other questions? Jay just said his itchy indicator has just been activated. You know what that means? That means we're bullish, baby. We are bullish. We are extremely bullish. Well, guys, I think that is going to be it. I'm gonna try to do another space for the people on YouTube. You know, just to be able to be just a general discussion type of space. This space right here is it's a YouTube. I'm sorry, it's a X space, just dedicated for Roaring Kitty. So any other tokens, I was not gonna mention them. But could definitely do another space and we could just chit chat about all the different tokens that's out there. But really, guys, that is all that I have for you today. And also, get in the Telegram. Marisa have a really, really good outline plan of how each and every single one of us could contribute, you know, to working for our bags and stuff like that. So definitely get on there, see what you guys could do on the volunteer tip, and just really go after it. Because the faster we get more people involved, the faster this run up is going to be. So if it's only relying on 30 people, you know, 40 people to try to do everything, then the process of the growth process is going to take a little bit longer, you know, versus us breaking out in a month. It may take 3 months because now we have less the manpower, but still the same load of work. So that's going to inevitably be just, you know, delay the timing of a lot of this. You know, it's going to get done regardless, but the timing may be maybe a little delayed. And also, this is one way for you to get really connected to be in the community, because the people that I always see that sells, they're the one who's not in the community. They're not involved in the community. So if you're not involved in the community, then you really don't know what's going on, and you have less incentive to stick around. But if you're actually, you know, putting in the work, you're laying the bricks, you're building the house, like this is what this is. This is a legitimate house that we're actually building together. So as each one of us put in the work, put in the labor, it gives us a sense of ownership. Like, okay, I'm not only just buying into this token, but I'm actually helping build this token. And that's what truly what the community is doing. So so just keep that in mind as we move forward. Um, get involved, get active, find something, whatever area of opportunity that we see that we're missing and you think it's a good idea, jump right in. But yep, that is all though, guys, that I have